gotta say something. Don't you think Tim's got the best hair in Rotary? I mean, I literally, that's like, when the first time I met him, I was like, you got the best hair. I can't do anything with this. I've had the same hairstyle since 7th grade. So, okay, please welcome Mark Markanda. And I'll say that I'm extremely excited about having him present. Is that before he agreed to do this, is that I was looking for someone that actually had served Rotary in more than one shape, fashion, or form. And you look at his bio in the book, and I told him, they're going to have to make a full-page ad for you just to list all the things that you've done. So I'm extremely excited about having him up here. Mark Markanda.
Thank you, and good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you heard me speak before? Please raise your hands. Stay. I have a different talk today. A few days back, like a couple of weeks ago, I got an email from Chris asking me to be here today, and he wanted me to talk about why I've stayed in Rotary so long, why my interest in Rotary is always good, and how much I enjoy Rotary. And I said, how much time do you have? He said, 7 minutes. I said, that's pretty good. So we're going to try to stay in that frame, but the problem with me is, I'm like a preacher. The more I see in front of me, the longer I talk and the better I get. We'll try to finish the time, folks. Now the question is, first of all, I got to take you back 10,000 miles away from here. I was born and raised in a small town called Civic in the state of Punjab, India. I graduated with a degree in math with a minor in physics and came to the United States of America to study at the College of Engineering at the University of Kentucky and secured my bachelor's and master's degrees in civil engineering. And the very next day, after finishing all this, I flew back to India. I did not want to work, I must tell you that. So I said, I'm going to take a 2-month tour, travel by train and see the entire, all of India before I embark on something that I want to make a difference in the lives of other people. That was my goal. And whoever I come in contact with will make him or her the best engineer ever on this planet. That was my goal. So after having traveled 2 months, I pondered over what I'm going to do. So I selected and chose to become a professor at the College of Engineering at Punjab University in India. Only the finest kids joined that college. The top 40 students from high school graduations and 2 years of college were admitted to that college. So already had the cream of the crop to work with. So anyhow, I had a great time, and I said, well, I got to do something more meaningful than what I'm doing. So somewhere a thought came to my mind that I need to write some engineering textbooks. So I worked 70, 75 hours a week for 4 years, and wrote 4 engineering textbooks. I mean by hand. And then I had an opportunity to come to the United States, into Charlotte, North Carolina, but on a contract of 5 years. So as the projects are finished, I go back to India. While I was teaching at the university over there, my parents arranged my marriage. So I was married to a beautiful young lady by the name Uma. And unfortunately for me, she passed away on November 30th, 2005. You saw my buddy John Capps on the screen. Him and I were district governors together. He was older, I was younger. And he introduced me a few months ago to an audience. He said, Mark is just about to join our ranks of losing all the hair. And I said, when I do that, I'm going to buy me a wig. He said, nobody's going to recognize you if you do that. I said, okay, I won't do it. So I came to Charlotte, joined a firm called J&P Associates Architects Engineers. They were ranked number 192 out of top 500 firms in the United States. So I met Colonel Pease, and though some of you remember him, some of you remember Colonel Pease, because I hear you talk about him, he was president of this club in 1922, 1923. And he encouraged me to join Rotary. And I said, that'd be wonderful. But before I did that, my wife said, you're not the retiring kind. I'm going to die, and you will stay home and suffer and die. You better do something. I said, I have a 10-year non-compete clause with the company. All I know is engineering, architectural, construction. I don't know anything else. She said, well, you've got a real estate license. You've got a real estate appraisal license. Why don't you do that? I said, I'm allergic to cats and dogs. I can't go to anybody's house. So that took care of that part. So I became a financial advisor in 2002 and started working with Transamerica. Then I went to A.G. Edwards, bought a Wachovia, and now with Wells Fargo Financial Advisors. And that I've been there now 11 years. How many of you think I'm having a wonderful time? Please raise your hands. I am blessed. I am the most blessed person walking on this planet the way I feel all the time. Now, all my work, including Rotary, is done with decency, honesty, integrity, and with high ethical standards. Otherwise, why do it? Otherwise, why embark on something that you want to make your friends feel bad, embarrass your family? No, that's not people. If it is not the best, I will never say I will take care of it. Now let's get back to what Chris wanted me to do about Rotary. It's a way of life with me, fellow Rotarians, it really is. This organization has given me the opportunities to travel all over the country, here as well as abroad, and made a difference in the lives of people through Rotary. Nothing service before self, but other service above self. And having seen the work of Rotary in India when I'm 10 years old, I said, someday I hope I can do that. But only the very, very rich people in India belong to Rotary. So here I am, Colonel P says, Mark, I want you to join Charlotte's Rotary Club. Colonel, I can't do that unless you give me a big raise, because only the rich people belong to Rotary in India. He said, no, it's no problem, go. So, now, somebody invited me, but that was not the reason why I joined Rotary, just because somebody invited me. I joined because I want to make a difference in the lives of people that I will never meet ever in my life. I want to do the same projects in other parts of the world that the Rotarians were doing in India. That was my mission in life. Please understand, I'm not a perfect person, but I am on a perfect mission to do things for the betterment of mankind. I have appointed over 1,500 people in my life to Rotary committees. And I surrounded myself with people who are smarter than Markanda. And I let them. 80% of my friends, I did not appoint them to any committees. They're not going to deliver. I never appointed any big shots of the organizations to my committees. I knew they were going to do it. So I go after people who are going to make a difference and do provide service above self. Now what did Rotary do for me? It made me a better citizen of the community. It made me a wonderful father. It made me do things of meeting people all over the globe, different races, different religions, different cultures. Shook hands with every one of them. Give you a very big story before I get any further. I was on a plane and my plane connection got lost. And I said, well, now I've got to spend the night somewhere here. There's a plane leaving at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock at night. So I go over there behind this desk, and the lady said, I said, lady, can you tell me where can I go spend 4 or 5 hours of sleep tonight in the hotel? And there's a guy standing over next to her with a Rotary pin on him, and I had, thank God, I had my Rotary pin on me. And I said, you're a Rotarian. He said, is that you, Mark? I said, what? He said, how do you know me? He said, you don't remember that you and I were district governors together, and we met at the International Assembly. Now, what are those chances? 1 in a million. He said, you're not going anywhere. You're going to spend the night at my house. I said, excuse me, I got to be at the airport 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning. He said, don't worry about it. The plane is not going to leave without you because I run this airport. You see how Rotary helps you? My friend John Katz, he calls me every year on November 30th, 2005 and consoles me. But that's the day I lost my wife. So him and I are extremely good friends. We talk about 4 or 5 times a year. And he said, when are you coming to Moorhead? I'm not coming to Moorhead, it's too far away. He said, too far away from India? I said, no, too far away from Charlotte. The Rotary has taught me service of self. The Rotary has taught me the objects of Rotary. The Rotary has taught me to provide service to others without any materialistic things in my life that I need to know and to help others. I would have never gotten these opportunities if I were not a Rotary. I must tell you that right now. And I'm eternally grateful to all those people who come into my life and make a man out of me and make a good person out of me. I am blessed because I have stayed involved. Now, why I joined Rotary? I told you, it's all these projects in India. So I became immediately active. Young people, listen to me very carefully. I don't want you to come here and just meet, eat, greet, and work and leave. I want you to get involved in this club. I want you to stay involved, do things for each other. Service before self. Service before self, no, service above self. You will feel that you have truly become a Rotarian. I used to say all the time, you are not supposed to say no when you are asked to do something for Rotary. So today I'm asking you to get involved. Do things for this club. Put this club on the map. I put my Charlotte Soul Club on the map. I intend to put this club on the Rotary World map, not single-handedly, but with the help of a lot of people. It can be done. It has been done before because my motto is very simple. And restored that poem. And he said, you are the one to do it. So therefore, take off your coat and take off your hat, and the next thing you know, you have begun. You can make this club the very best club in the entire world. I promise you. First of all, you have to improve our attendance. We're sitting at 57, 56. I would have failed every class if I was making 57, 56% grade. So please attend. When I don't see you here, I miss you. That's my personal thing. So please attend. Now, I was the youngest district governor to serve Rotary at that time. After 2 years of joining Rotary, I was the district conference committee. Then I became a member of the membership committee. Then 2 years later, I became the president of Charlotte Rotary Club. And 2 years later, I became the district governor. Have I stopped since then? Absolutely not. It's a way of life. Now, what did Dizzy Dean say? He said, hey, bragging, you can't do it. So please understand, it is very, very difficult to talk by myself. I think I've done okay so far. It's very difficult, it really is. Now, my Rotary life. I have attended, ladies and gentlemen, over 100 district conferences, over 75 international institutes, 75 international assemblies. I've attended 33 zone meetings, 21 international conventions, 17 trips to the National Immunization Days in 4 different countries. And my list goes on. We have to be lucky. You have to be lucky, right time, right place. I was guest speaker in Cayman Islands, and the president's rep was a gentleman from Nigeria by the name of Jonathan Nijiabi. Jonathan heard me speak. He said, why are you not on the speaker's bureau for your president? I don't know. Nobody asked me to. After 4 days, I was on the speaker's bureau for 3 years. So you've got to be at the right place at the right time as well. So, I have served 18 presidents of Rotary International very closely. And I've represented most of them at various district conferences and other places as well. There was a guy from Brazil by the name of Paulo Costa. Every time he saw me, regardless of which part of the world we were in his own accent, I told you I have an accent. Did you all notice that? He'll see me over there, he'll say, Markanda! What is he talking about? He was the best president of Rotary International that I have come across, not that the others were not great as well. served as one of the 21 Rotarians from the world to represent, to be a Regional Rotary Foundation coordinator. And then later on, my part was southeastern part of the United States, the only 4 people from the United States. Served as one of the 39 Rotary International Training Leaders at the International Assembly. You invited first time. If you do good, they'll call you back second time. I was fortunate to get called second time. John, thank you for the plug. I do have all the awards at Rotary International and the Foundation. Thanks to all those who helped me get there. Now, my last statement is this. If any of you sitting in this room ever, for whatever reason, ever decide to leave Rotary, please talk to me. Please talk to me. I'll give you 10 reasons why you should stay in Rotary. It is simple. Attendance is so simple. We passed that thing in Caracas, Venezuela. In 1989, the Council of Legislation in Singapore, we said women must be admitted to Rotary. That's 1989. So we make a difference in doing something for everybody. I make friends, I call people, and now we have emails. I send emails because I want to make friends with people. And those who don't answer my email, I just stay away from them. Because they're not interested. Why bother? So I go to the next person. What's wrong with that? That is my gain, that was my loss. So please understand, you have to stay involved. I have the opportunity till this day, standing behind the podium, to inspire people to become the best Rotarians they possibly can. So I ask you, get involved, get motivated, get directed in the right direction. Somebody say something negative, get away from me. People talk something sometimes to me, they talk and they go, oh, excuse me, my ear is hurting, I gotta go. There is no reason to listen to anybody in this world to be in a company of people with negativity. Somebody asked me, 90-year-old man in Waynesville, North Carolina, he said, Mark, what are the 2 best things that you do in the United States? I said, best or the most talked about? He said, okay, what are those things? I said, well, we complain all the time. And we assume somebody somewhere. That's all we do. Rotarians invite other people to join this club. Make this a 400-person Rotary Club. It can be done. It has been done before. Go to Texas, 800 people in that club. So please help each other and shake hands. And I don't mean to say kiss babies, but bring them over here to join this club. Thank you so much for listening to me.